This warm-up set will make you think you have performed double the volume in just 3 sets total. This isn't a heavy set, but it's the one that makes every single set after it work harder. I call it my lightweight trick, and if you're over 50, it's one of the fastest ways to build muscle without trashing your joints. I read your comments and emails, and there's a question I get asked a lot. Why does your 3-3 method need a warm-up set? Can I do my own warm-up and stretching, then start lifting? To answer that question, I would say this warm-up set isn't your normal warm-up. It's not just to get the blood flowing. It sets the tone for the entire workout. I slow everything down, eccentric, concentric, and sometimes I'll hold the weight in place for a couple of seconds. Here's why I do it. When you slow your tempo, both on the lowering, which is the eccentric, and lifting, the concentric, and even add a short static hold, you create early fatigue in the muscle fibers before your heavy work even begins. That early fatigue taps into your stored glycogen, the carbohydrate fuel inside your muscles. Once you burn a little of that fuel off, your muscles actually produce less force on the next set. There's a lot of thought and science that goes into this warm-up set. And so this means you don't need as much weight to get the same or even better stimulus for growth. And that's joint-friendly gold if you're over 50. If you skip this step thinking, I don't need a warm-up, then you have, as my daddy used to say, skipped the meat on the bone. You've missed the part that makes the rest of your workout more effective without going heavier. This is why I tie my warm-up set into my drop set method. And I use this exact approach, this slow, intentional warm-up set at the start of every single exercise in my session. Now here's why this connects perfectly to my drop set method. When your muscle is already slightly fatigued from the warm-up, you don't need as much weight to make a drop set work. That's huge for guys over 50. You can still get that high intensity muscle building stimulus without having to load up plates and beat up your joint. I first figured this out when I was doing leg extensions and doing leg work. I was having to push a lot of weight on pressing and on squats, and I was feeling it in my joints and in my knees. So I started doing leg extensions as a beginner exercise. And by doing that, I noticed that I was fatiguing my legs and I wasn't able to push as much in the other exercises. It was then that I learned something, and I started implementing this program into this system that I'm doing now with the 3-3 method. And by doing this warm-up set, it has made all of the difference in the world, because back in the day, I didn't care if I did the warm-up or not. I just wanted to get on the weights and start lifting. A drop set for me is one working set broken into 3 phases. A near failure, a quick drop in weight, and then go again, and then a final drop, finishing strong, but not completely wrecked. The beauty of this is you don't have to go to complete failure for this to be effective. I like going to failure on my drops, but if you can't, or you don't want to hit failure, you can stop just shy on each round and still make great gains in this 3-set method. In fact, my FA50 Joint-Friendly Muscle Blueprint implements a drop set program without failure reps. And I know that's a head scratcher for a lot of you, but I believe you can still have a very effective workout and make gains without going to failure, even though I do push to failure. Now, I have found the incline Smith press to be very effective in chest workouts and accomplishing muscle pre-exhaustion. You can do the same thing for all of your exercises, for all of your different segments and workouts. But with the chest as an example, it allows me, by doing the incline press, to perform the 3-set method without having to carry the extreme load of weight. The Smith machine just does really good for this on the incline. Plus, I'm at a place right now where I'm focusing on upper chest development. So the incline is working great. You don't have to do incline. You can also do it on a flat bench. It's amazing to me the difference in my ability to lift a certain amount of weight with the warm-up set and without the warm-up set. When done correctly, this warm-up set will make you think you have performed double the volume in just 3 sets total. For those of you who are wondering about the 3-set method, I'll just tell you quickly. There is the slow warm-up set just focusing on control and tension. Then there's my working set, around 12 to 15 solid reps, shy of failure. And then the drop set. I lighten the load, go again, lighten it one more time, and then I push to a solid finish. You can do that to failure, or you can go to near failure if you're not feeling that you can handle going to failure. Either way, if you're going to failure, you still need to take breaks every couple of weeks to let your body heal up from it and recover. By the end of this one exercise with the Smith press on the incline, my chest feels like I've been lifting heavy for an hour, but my joints are fresh and they're ready for the next exercise. That's the beauty of this thing. And this is done with every exercise I do, not just chest. So the takeaway is simple. The warm-up isn't optional if you want to get the most out of lighter weights. And when you tie it into a smart drop set approach, you've got one of the best joint-friendly ways to keep building muscle after 50. Okay, I hope this has been some help to you. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Until then, go get fit.